I think we should be able to get the crystal oscillators hooked up, and that way the computers and the radio control units will continue to be in top production. I think that should be doable today. Thanks, Dan. And thank you, Sandy. Sandy, I know that you're going to bail, so appreciate it as always. Scritches for Elvis. Thanks very much. Nice, Dan. So, in theory, I should be able to also put in these other ones. So we'll grab the right one. That's correct. No. Need the left one. Export on the outside, input on the inside. I think it lines up. That lines up in the middle. That lines up in the middle. I think that's how we have it. That's our input. That's our input. Yeah. What am I not? Don't have something. Missing iron plates. There we go. Coming in from the Dimensional Depot. Okay, so we should be able to hook up the power. Now I just have to hook things up in between. Such a small hitbox on these things. Okay, so now we've got... We'll just start with crystals. I think I'll look at the other ones. I think I did the crystals on the top. Oh no, looks like crystals are on the bottom. So the easiest thing to do would be to just continue on. So here is the input for the crystals. They're coming up from the main bus. What am I getting stuck on? That's weird. So they're coming up from down below. And it's a manifold. So it gets split and goes down that way, and then it goes down this way. So really what we should do is, instead of this being a regular splitter, we should change that to a smart splitter. Or I could just hook them up to... I guess I could just hook it up to a merger here and send it this way. We'll probably use this lane for it, because then it's going to have to split off and go down there and go down there. I feel like we can probably use that space. I mean, we don't have to come all the way out here. Maybe we'll just be a little bit more conservative and we'll go with a merger here. That's good. And what did I say this is going to be? This is 360 divided by 2. So at this point we only need 130, which is unfortunately still a Mark III belt. I really wish we had better looking Mark III belts. They are not my favorite. And I guess we can just put in a couple of temporary things here. And we'll have to do the same for some of these. We'll have to duck under the export, but other than that, we should be good. So a regular Mark I belt should be fine for these. And then the last one is the cable. Now the cable we've not increased yet. $280, $140. That's another Mark III. Now here it'll be okay. But we'll have to... Oh, wait a minute. No, let's... Maybe we'll run that down sideways. Let's... Try a merger there, I guess. And then we'll do another merger. Not a merger, but like another guy here. So those are our 3 items, and then we'll just bring these up as we need to. So we need a splitter here. We'll actually do probably three. That actually works out well, because then we could do 1, 2, and then do a lift. Here. Right? So then we've got crystal oscillators going down this side. Not crystal oscillators. We've got quartz crystal. 18 per minute. So it's a quarter of what we need. 360. So it's Mark II. Looks like it's all going the right way. And then we'll take the Mark II out this side. Man, straight belt placement has just been something that makes this game so much easier. Especially when you want even the underside of your floors to look nice and tidy. That's that hooked up. we've got 14, 140, so 70. So that's another Mark II. Oh no. Plates next. 25. Sort of learned my lesson in that I do a lot of the power first. Helps with the manifolds as they need to kind of fill up. That's the reinforced iron plates hooked up. And then last but not least, we just have the cable. So that's 14 times 10 is 140 divided by 2 is 70. So it'll be another Mark II belt. Does get a little bit hectic underneath here with all the different UI elements popping up on screen. Straight mode is less spaghetti mess. It's not so much the spaghetti mess. It's straight mode is what's so nice about straight mode is not needing to put down conveyor poles to change directions. And you don't have to measure as much. You just need your start point and end point. You don't need that midpoint. Which sounds simple, but it really does speed things up quite a bit. Alright, so that is all of the cable hooked up. Now we're not producing them enough cable. This should be fine. So now we have to do the output. So these are producing crystal oscillators. Comes out the back. Goes into here, around to there, and then it loops. Goes across there and then out in the middle. And we should be able to just put these together. Yeah. And they're only producing one each. So we just need this. Now, before I go crazy here, it might be simpler to bring the crystal oscillators over this way. It might be better to reverse these, which is not hard to do. Or I could attempt to bring them back the same way we just came in. But there's stuff kind of in the way here. I could take it up to the ceiling, but I feel like it might be better to go the other way. So is there space here? Get the crystal oscillators where we want to go. I mean, yes, technically. I could also just loop them around. This seems like a long way to go. Because if I can hook them back up to this, right? Like this is where they need to go. They need to attach to this here at this point. Or I guess at any point, but that's all in the middle. So if I brought them back this way, I could actually sort of sneak them in here. That might be the easier thing to do. I just have to weasel them through this space here. That's probably the shortest distance. Okay, so we're only making 20, so we don't need to change the belts at all. Now I just got to double check that all the things that are coming in are enough. Oh, and I'm going to hook up all the other export belts here. What? Hey, Rock Giant, how's it going? So that will eventually double our production, but we need to make sure that we have enough things coming in. So, this is where the sheet comes in handy. Like I said, we need 280 wire per minute. Need 50 reinforced iron plates per minute. I don't know where the 432 came from. And 360 for crystals. So 360 means it needs to be a Mark IV belt. And I'm pretty sure it's a Mark III for crystals right now. That's right? Yep. So 180. No, this needs to be 360. This needs to be 50. I'll do that one at a time, maybe. For 360, we just need to go find, make sure that enough is coming in. So this is an overflow splitter, I want to say. Yes. That's a Mark 5. So hopefully by just switching this belt to a Mark 4, we should be good. Obviously we have to continue it all the way along. Once it gets to there, we should be good. Because that's a Mark II. And that's a Mark II. So this is doing 480. Well, 360. So then split in half, it should be... Oh no, that has to be a Mark III. Right. So then half of that's missing. So then it has to be 130 again. So that works. Okay. I want to make sure that there's no little... These little belts are what catch you. Right, so that should now, even though it's an overflow mechanic, should be enough. I just need to make sure what's coming off of those machines down below is enough. Right, so that's less than a 480 belt. So... what is this actually producing? That is the second down elevator. So it's not that one, it's this one. So you're pulling from way over here. This needs to have the potential to make 360. 21 per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Don't know why it's only at 21 per minute. So I'm gonna go times 14 is not enough. Okay. So that means we have to pull from this one instead. Pretty straightforward. I think all I really need to do is just switch that. Because if these, there's more of these. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 20. That's 420. Okay, so we want to grab from those ones. That bay instead of the other bay. So that's easy. We just need to switch the source for this belt. It just has to be over here instead. All right, so we'll do smart splitter will go on the ground. Probably here. So that will go out that way and loop around this way. So we're going to go with quartz crystal to the left. Overflow is going to be to this front, and then this is going to be none. So we'll feed that into there. This will go around the corner. And then we have to redirect this to just simply go outside. That should be easy enough. That actually doesn't need to go there. We can just take this right around the corner. This only needs to be a Mark IV. Because the Mark V is going to be pointed out this way. There we go. So crystal oscillators are being fed. And then this one, I guess I could have just put that the other way. Great. So now we've got everything coming from there should be correct. And that should be enough. I just don't remember the total again. This was 420 potentially. So there really shouldn't be anything going into overflow from this until it backs up. Right, okay. At the moment though, this is not at 100%. Hopefully we've got enough coming in. So 420 potential, needed 360. There's something to do with the wall hitbox there that's catching me up. So 420 max, 360 mead. Okay, cool. Now we just have to make sure we're pulling. Well, this is going to be able to pull 50 per minute anyway. I just need to make sure that there's 50 per minute coming off of the main area. Looks like it's a pretty full belt. Oh, we're using these in two places. That might be a problem. Hopefully I've got 10 to spare. I think the overflow here is 60. I just don't know how much we're sending up to the next floor. That's going to smart plating, I want to say. And that's part of motors and turbo motors. Thought I had smart plating written down here, but maybe I don't. Don't remember what we needed those for. It was probably one of the space elevator parts. Alright, so that's 60. That's what my sheet said it would be. Wait, that's part of the heavy modular frame tab. Smart plating is 10 per minute. I have just enough. So hopefully that's going to work out. Now we just have to boost the cable. I think I can do it in here without... I mean, I could add more machines. It doesn't need to be just these machines, but the easiest thing to do is just going to be add power shards to these. So currently we need to take this up to, I think it was 240, 280. $280. So is 46 and change. I need 2 power shards each. Let's do like we've done here. We've got 30 and then 10. So we'll do this will go up to 45. And then we'll go again to 60. And then this just needs to be 40. So a single power shard and 40. I think. No. 60. 60 is 120. I need 20 here. So I don't need the power shard. So 60, 120, 140 is half of 280. So now the only question is, do I have the 240, 280, so a 560, right? 120 and 120 is 240, 280, 560. That means that this incoming belt needs to be faster. this is only a 480, which might be a problem. Yeah. We'll see. Now I just have to make sure that all the individual belts are correct. So that needs 120. This is going to need to be upgraded. Chop City, wow. That's already 2. Just needs to be a 1. And then I got to make sure that this also works out. $280. Be a Mark 3. No, it has to be a Mark 4. Okay, that should handle all the imports. And then the export, like I said, is 360, so that has to be a Mark 4 belt. I'm okay with that. They look a lot better than a Mark 3. We'll chase that down after. I just need to make sure the outputs are also good. So this is 20 per minute, 60 per minute. So that's all fine. Mikatu subscribed with Prime. Thanks very much. Sorry I missed that. Doing some math. Appreciate the support. Subby time. Yes. Really, really appreciate it. I got very turned around here. So, once again, that's 280. The Mark III only does 270. Okay, so now we can just run this down. The nice thing about rebuilding these is that, of course, they're going to be running the correct direction. That's 280. These are going to be upgraded. Oh, you're upgrading your PC, Mikatu? Nice. We were talking about me potentially upgrading mine earlier today. That's all the new stuff we just did, so that should be good. So this is going to be a Mark III. Man, choppy frame rate. Sorry, folks. So that should then hook up again, and that should be okay. So now we should be producing enough crystal oscillators to produce enough computers, but these guys aren't holding up. So that's all hooked up correctly. It should be 20. The radio control units only needs 4. So as long as we've got 20 coming into the area, we should be okay. I think I was prioritizing the radio control units. Overflow to the right. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the computer output. So we're certainly making enough computers. Oh, you know what? I don't know that I hooked up the output for these guys. Oh yeah, I did. Overflow to the right. That goes down to the main stuff. Yep. These. Oh, so it's crystal oscillators that are the issue. So there's the crystal oscillators coming in. Ah, here it is. Overflow goes forward. So we're prioritizing the radio control units. No, we're prioritizing the computers first. Priority merger. I just don't know if the crystal oscillators are producing at a high enough level yet. That's where this will come in handy here. Hopefully that'll read something close to 20. It'll take a while for it to ramp up. Looks good. Looks like it's got the right potential. We just don't have it splitting. I guess we could split that. Instead of this being overflow, we should probably just do crystal oscillators here too. Because this only needs 4, so it'll back up quickly. 22, that's not possible. I find that very strange. I find it very odd that it'll say higher than you are capable of producing. That to me seems very strange. Especially when these machines are operating at 40%. What's the bottleneck? Probably cable. Because that was the last thing we hooked up. Oh, thanks, Mikatu. Yeah, it was a template blueprint that we made a little while ago. I would say that at least our first 2 machines are going to be up to 100%. Yeah, cable's the slow one. That might be short on wire. Nice. Okay, so that's all hooked up. So we now should be producing more computers. 22 per minute going down to the main bus should be eventually what we do. And if we go back over to our signs, that should be more than enough to do what we need. So now we just have to figure out how many of these we want to make. It's adaptive. So that's a whole thing. So really the bottleneck here is going to be probably these, and then we'll have to make those as well. So cable again. And those we'll have to make somewhere else. So step 1 has done, which is good. I don't think we needed computers and anything down here, did we? We're already making those. Did the singularity cell require a computer? Nope. Ah, these require crystal oscillators though. So we maybe have to make crystal oscillators again, but we'll do that at a different location. Those ones will be tricky. I think these bottom two pieces are happening over in that area, would be my guess. Yep. Cool. Folks, that's where I need to wrap things up for today. That is about the end of my stream time. Let me just pop open a window here and see who else is streaming so I can pass you along to somebody else. Refresh my feeds. We have... Let's send you along to Pearlescent Moon. I believe that Hermitcraft is wrapping up soon. Pearl is a fantastic streamer and builder. I think you will enjoy and have a good time. I will be back, I believe, tomorrow at 10 o'clock at Atlantic. That's UTC minus 4 hours. And I think we'll be back in Satisfactory, although I might try to switch things up as well. This Friday is the return to the LEGO Let's Chat. The Soundwave set did come in and has been replaced, so I will be able to do that again on Friday, so you can look forward to that. And hopefully back into Minecraft on the weekend. Although, because I did Satisfactory today, I might switch to Minecraft tomorrow. It just depends on really my mood and whether or not I can update the server in the next day or so. You can, of course, follow me on social media. Joel Duggan, very easy to find. The Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcasts are free. One is about Minecraft. That's the Spawn Chunks. The other one is about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. That's the Citadel Cafe. And I would really appreciate it if you gave them a listen. They are available on YouTube and Spotify for the video versions of the Spawn Chunks. And of course, both are available on your favorite podcasting app, depending on how you like to listen to your audio. We have Patreons for both of them. I have a Patreon for myself. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan, working towards having annual subscriptions available. So if you want to partake, then it is just $2 a month over at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. And thanks again to everyone for hanging out in chat. Thanks for the links, Cosmic Dancer, in chat for people that are around. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.